Hello, how are you doing? Welcome along to FTUK's weekly catch-up live stream. Hope everything is well with you and your trading week has gone well in the markets. Hot and sunny here in the UK, and that is good to see. Hope everything is well with you. My name is Nick Quinn. I'm the CEO of FTUK, and this week is going to be a really packed live stream. There's just absolutely tons to get into this week's live stream. As always, please do scan the QR code and go and speak to our moderator, Reza, in Discord. He is the guy that is going to give you all of the information to do with FTUK, all the latest stuff, and there's a lot going on, so being across everything is going to be super important. We've got absolutely tons to get through today. I want to look at the weekly payouts that we've had over the course of the week. There's been some really good ones. We've got some fantastic traders at the moment, definitely sort of like making the most of the market, so we're going to look at those. Also as well, we're going to do a little thing about the one step. We've got a great offer on the website at the moment over the course of this week to do with the one step. So I want to look at 3 key reasons as to why the one step is a prop account that you should potentially consider. And then finally, we are going to look at a very brief, very quick preview of our new futures products, which are coming out very soon. Don't have an exact date yet, but it's not far away. We're talking a few weeks rather than a few months. So yeah, I know there's a lot of excitement about that one. Okay, let us, before we get into all of that, I want to just give a quick reminder. The competition that we've got on at the moment, the Great American Trade-Off, has been very popular. Thank you to everybody that has taken part, but it's on its last day today. So if you look at the actual website itself, you'll see when you log into the dashboard, you can see that you've got all of the information for the competition there. Let's have a quick check in the leaderboard. It's going to run out today. So basically the end of today's markets, the close of today's markets, is the final bit of the competition. It was originally for 400 traders. That's down to 251. So it's good to see there's still quite a lot of people in the actual competition. Look at the standings themselves. Look at this. The top 3 places, the cash prizes right at the top, all by traders in India. So they are clearly doing something right. Somesh C really pushing out in the lead there. $30,812. I'm not quite sure whether they'll be able to get that beaten today, but look at the gap between second and third. $18,712 against $19,266. So there's still time for those places to switch, but those top 3 places will get a cash prize. If you look at the let's just go back to the details of the competition. You can see here the cash prize is $1,000 for first place, $500 for second, $250 for third place. But look at these, and the fourth and fifth places, fantastic 25k accounts, 2-step accounts. Those are the coveted ones. Those are the ones that everybody wants. And then also a 10k 2-step for 6th down to 10th as well. And then everybody else up to 50 gets a absolutely massive discount. So yeah, competition. This one has gone down an absolute storm, and it's good to see. So yeah, it's going to run out today. So you've not got long left if you are in the competition and wanting to get into that top 50 spot. But I don't know at this stage. I'm not quite sure that first place is going to be dislodged, but you never know. Things can change. I mean, I wasn't quite expecting to see Bitcoin into all-time highs again this week, but there you go. That's it. That's markets for you. It's always good to see lots and lots of surprises. Now, I want to talk about, before we get into all of the other stuff we want to do, I saw this morning and I thought, no, I've got to mention this. If you look at our YouTube channel, then you'll see that we do these amazing quiz questions. They are very popular. There's lots of people answer them now. So some of them get like 1,000 people answering them in 24 hours. But I saw this one and I look at them and I think, okay, is everybody getting this stuff right? And this one, we've got a problem with this one. The question was, this was this week as well. What pair is most influenced by oil prices? Well, you probably can't see it on the screen there, but 688 people answered this one. And the majority of people got it wrong. 44% said the euro against the dollar. That is not correct. It's not correct at all. The most influenced currency pair there that is influenced by crude oil prices is the Canadian dollar, the US dollar against the loonie. And that's the correct answer. Only 37% got that right. So I think over 300 people out of that got that question wrong. That's a slight worry. You know, some of those traders will be with us. Maybe that's just part of a global audience, but some education is potentially required over that. So I think what we might do next week. I'll see how things go, but we might do for next week's live stream is do a little bit of a deep dive into crude oil and the currencies, the commodity currencies, and how that all connects, because getting that right, I mean, no excuses in this day and age. That kind of education and that kind of information is out there. So I think, I like getting these things right. And I think there's only been 2 instances in the quiz questions where collectively our audience have got them wrong, and that's the second time. So don't worry, we'll nip that one in the bud straight away. Okay, right, let's talk about some of the payouts. We have some great payouts this week. Traders absolutely just pushing that gold market because we have so many people that trade gold. Just going to run through some of the top ones. Thomas M, $5,110. That's outstanding. I've not had a chance to look at all of these accounts in detail. Also as well, Jessica M, $4,350. Absolutely outstanding. Now, Jessica has agreed to do an interview with us, and hopefully we're going to speak to her on Monday. So if you're watching this, hello to you, Jessica. I'm very much looking forward to speaking to you on Monday, and then we'll get that all edited and get that on the YouTube channel. I think she's a gold trader and on the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, but she's done it in a couple of weeks. I think it might be instant funding. I need to double check, but I didn't get much time this morning getting all the content together. But yes, hello to you, Jessica, and we will interview you on Monday, and we will see what you've got to say. Very interested to hear your story. Vernon C as well, $2,207. Congratulations to you, Vernon. Mohammed here as well, $250. Now, I was going to mention Mohammed here because he left us a really, really nice Trustpilot review, which is fantastic. And it's good when we get the Trustpilot reviews that are super positive. A 5-star review from Mohammed. Thank you very much to you, sir, for leaving this. Brilliant firm. Got my first ever payout. Oh, you can't beat that. That first payout that you get is just electric. It just absolutely feels amazing because it shows you the possibility. It shows you that the system works, the pipeline works, everything works in your favor. So yeah, congratulations to you, Mohammed. It's good to see you getting a payout. He said that he spoke to Liam via our chat and who explained everything, and it was very helpful. Would highly recommend this firm. Thanks again. No, thank you to you, Mohammed, and thank you for sticking with FTUK. It's good to see the good reviews, and the thing is as well, when you're getting your payout, I mean, it's people are interested in the big payouts. I get it. That's absolutely fine. But ultimately, it really doesn't matter whether your payout is $250 or it's $5,000 or it's more than that. It really doesn't make a difference. From a trading point of view, it's all about your ability in the market. It's your ability handling what the market is throwing at you and how you're working with your evaluation accounts and your instant funding accounts. That's the important thing. The money sort of when you've been doing it a while, the money starts to become a secondary component to that. So I look at these things, and it's not just the amount of money you make, it's the way you're trading it, it's the way you're doing it, because that consistency is all important. So, congratulations to you, Mohammed. It's fantastic to see. Finally, as well, Samat A as well, $1,275. Congratulations to you as well. Good, decent amount of payouts this week. Really, really good to see. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the one-step evaluation. Now, this is an account that has been around a long time. It would say it's for the majority of the prop industry in its current format, the traditional evaluation process of doing an evaluation before you become funded, i.e. it being one step. I mean, that's the benchmark. That's where it all particularly starts. And as the industry has developed, there's lots of other stuff that comes along and glosses over it, and there's advantages and disadvantages, but never ever forget the core of what prop trading is, and that is a good old-fashioned traditional one-step evaluation. It's something that every prop trader should be good at. Everybody should be able to work with a one-step, and it's a benchmark. I think it's a benchmark. I think the one that we have at FTUK is particularly good, and we've got a great offer on the website if you want to get involved in one steps. So I thought what we should do is maybe have a quick look at some of the key reasons why you should consider working with a one step, and they may not necessarily be completely obvious. The first reason, and this is obviously the difference between a two-step and a one-step, but the first reason is that it's faster. Yeah, it's a faster route to funding because you're only doing the evaluation once. It's a single hurdle for you to overcome before you get funded. Cost-effective as well. And at the end of the day, you're here to make money. You're here to make money in the markets. You're here to make money through your evaluations into your funded accounts. That's why you're here. So it makes sense to get on with it. That's a good enough reason if you're a good enough trader to work with a one-step. But they are a much faster route than a two-step. And, there's a tendency, the two-step is very popular. I get it. from a cost point of view particularly, but there is a tendency to forget that, you don't want to get stuck in evaluation cycle forever. The idea is to the evaluation is there to prove yourself so that you can get funded, not just staying there forever. It's like these traders that you get in retail brokerage accounts where they say, I'll just stay in a demo account until I can do it and then I'll fund a real account. You can't do that forever. You need to be a funded trader. So you use the evaluation as a tool. The one step fits that model absolutely perfectly. Second reason, they are very, very, very good prop training vehicles. What's the reason for that? Well, okay, what can happen as you go on your journey of learning how to trade with prop is that there's a psychological difference between going from evaluation where everything feels okay and you feel measured and contained and everything's fine, and then you get that funded account. Psychologically, some people can find that a bit of a problem. So therefore, if that's gonna be a problem, that's another hurdle, that's a psychological hurdle that you're gonna have to overcome, which means that a one step works better for you because you're gonna get that feedback loop faster. What I'm trying to say is, you need to, if you have a problem going live once you're funded, like you'll find these guys, I've spoken to them online myself, and they say, I don't have a problem passing the evaluations, but as soon as I get funded, things change. Yeah. So if that's a thing for you, then repeating that cycle a number of times very quickly is going to give you the feedback that you need. The one step obviously gives that. You're not going to get that with a two step because of the way that it is pushing you through the pipeline. It's horses for courses, obviously, but that's a very, very good reason. If you have a problem switching from funded or demo into a proper funded account where your payouts are going to be real, then that's clearly something that you need to consider. Third reason as well, and that is just the fact that it's a very cost-effective way of working with a prop account, particularly if you haven't got the large funds to work with in your own retail accounts. And what you can find is, because we all trade from a point of view of our upbringing in terms of our relationship to money, what money means to you, whether you come from a wealthy family or whether you come from a family of not having very much at all, your relationship with money will inform the way that you trade. And quite often, people, when they're presented with a funded account and they get a large lump of money, that can make them feel quite fearful. So that can be a hurdle in itself. So what you've got to do in that situation where you're becoming a funded trader is you've got to get used to working with the accounts at that size, at those higher levels, and that can be a problem for people. Doing it in the funded environment is a very, very important thing to do, and the price points of the one step make that ability to start to work with those bigger accounts so much more accessible. So if you look at the actual website, go over to our website over here. Let me just, if you were in any doubt, there you go. There's the web address. I've got lots of new buttons to press. So there you go. There is our web address for you. But if you go over to our website on the home page, there it is there. You can see it in front of you. Scroll down, you'll see there. You get the one step there. So you can get access to a 100K account for $649. So if you want to work with that larger scale account, it's a really good price point for you to be getting involved with it. Or even if you don't want to go quite as high as $50,000. Because here's the thing, people will always just think, okay, well, let's just look at the price. But it's not just that. It's you as a trader. How are you handling the kinds of sizes in trades with the risk parameters on the account at those kinds of account levels? Not everybody's ready for a 100K account. They're just not. Not everybody's ready for a 50K account. It is one of those things that's going to take some time getting used to, depending on who you are as a trader. So you've got that optionality here, and the price points on these make that very, very, very accessible. So that's the third key reason. So I know that they're quite subtle, quite detailed reasons for getting involved in the one step, but it does provide a very, very good opportunity for most people. And if you are looking for an offer, we've got this is the most amazing offer we've got for one steps over the course. We've had it over the course of the week and it's been popular, but it's still there on the website, and you can take advantage of this over the weekend. And this is it. What we've done is we've pulled the parameters on it and increased the profit split on the one step with a huge 30% discount. Amazing. So this really is the time this weekend to grab yourself a one step, to work with it and start to overcome some of those hurdles. It can really help you a lot. So we've increased the daily drawdown limit as well from 4% to 6%. The max drawdown has gone from 8% up to 12%, which is absolutely fantastic. And the profit split has been equalized with the two-step as well. So an 80% profit split on level one. And that is an absolutely amazing deal. So it is well worth your consideration this weekend. The code that you need on the checkout is EDGE30. Stick that into the checkout and you should be good to go. Wow. One steps. Gotta love it. I think we do one steps really well, actually. But we do all our accounts really well. But I do have soft spots for these when I start talking about them in detail. They are they are close to my heart for sure. Let's talk about this now. This has been in the pipeline for a while. We are nearly there, and futures trading. I'm so excited for futures trading. It just makes things so much more interesting. When you work with the Forex and the CFDs and stuff and the way that prop traditionally works, and then you add futures into the mix as well. And if you've never traded futures before, I guarantee you that doing it with us at FTUK will be the best place to do it, because we've got a fantastic support system, and the content that we'll be putting up around futures is going to be good. So this is going to be the place to do it. So you'll have seen on the social channels, we put this little sticker up poster, social post over the course of this week. Coming soon, FTUK Futures. The logo's looking pretty smart as well. Thank you to the designers that sorted that one out. So I thought what we could do is we're going to reveal it in bits. I haven't got a launch date for you yet. We've got the platform in. It's going to be the DXXT platform, which is amazing. DX have done a fantastic job for us at FTUK, providing us a really, really high quality professional trading platform. So they are our first port of call for launching futures. So you've got a really robust industry standard platform to start with trading futures. We're going to go into it in detail over the course of the next few weeks. We're going to lead up to it nice and gently, but we're going to just use today just to highlight some of the key features, the general overview, put it that way. So we are the home of instant funding. We do instant funding best of all. I absolutely am sure of that. So leading with instant funding in trading futures is something that obviously FTUK will specialize in. And this is not going to be any different for us when we're going to deal with these kinds of markets. So we will have an instant SIM funding account. SIM really equates, because we're working through an exchange, primarily the CME in Chicago. They tend to call the demo accounts simulated accounts. Simulated accounts or paper trading was another popular term, rather than demo accounts. That's what they call them. So the trades themselves don't go through the exchange, but that's fine. Everything else around that, the pricing and stuff, is all real-time pricing and stuff like that. All the parameters, the way that the instruments operate on the data as well, is all there as well. So it's an instant SIM-funded account, and these pay out, pretty much right from the very beginning as well. We're going to do three sizes of account. That's a $50,000 account, a $100,000 account, and also a $150,000 account. And it's the same kind of deal with the one step. There's no two-step. Well, not yet anyway. We're only just going to start with the instant funding model and a one-step SIM evaluation as well, which will then be moved into a funded account as well. Again, the same kinds of sizes: $50,000, $100,000, and also $150,000. So you've got a good choice to start with, and obviously as things change, we will add more to that as well. I can see that we probably will end up putting some sort of a two-step model in there as well, but this is where we are starting from. Scaling program. Scaling is obviously going to work slightly differently. We are known for our aggressive scaling program. We are building aggressive scaling into our futures accounts as well. However, it does work very, very differently, in the sense that it's not your account size itself that will double as you go. It's the leverage. It's the amount of capacity in terms of what you can use to trade with. Because obviously when we're trading futures, we trade specific sized contracts. And the number of contracts really has a primary impact on how much firepower you've got, how much leverage you can use on your account. So the scaling is going to come from the increase of contracts as they go up, and that's going to be up to, I mean, it could change, so this is, obviously we've not launched these yet, so there could be some changes, but at the moment, the way that I'm sitting, that's going to be scaling up to 15 e-mini contracts on the instant funding model as well, which is that's a lot of firepower in your pocket for sure. This is where it gets really, really good though. FTUK is known for its add-ons as well. We've got some fantastic add-ons with these accounts as well. There's going to be an optional daily drawdown. So if you don't want to work with the daily drawdown, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, some people like it, keeps them in check, keeps a sort of magnifying glass on that bottom line while as you're getting tied up with the market. But if you don't want to, you can remove that and that's an add-on feature that you'll be able to purchase at the checkout. And also as well, again, very popular with everything else we do at FTUK, payouts on demand, if you want to work with that. So this is going to be very, very, very good indeed, I would have thought. The pricing model, we're going to be doing a flat fee so you can purchase one of these accounts. But if you want to work with a monthly subscription that you can then reset as well, you're going to be able to do that as well. So you're going to have that optionality to keep costs really, really super low to get involved in the most exciting markets on these exchanges. It's so amazing. So monthly subscriptions will be available to you as well as a flat fee price. And that's all going to start from just $99. That's a lot. That's a lot for such a small amount of money. So yeah, it's going to be very, 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 very excited at FTUK to get that all in to the mix. It's yeah, very, very good indeed. So that's everything we've got, I think, for today. Just a quick reminder, over the course of the weekend, you can still use the Edge 30 coupon for the other accounts as well, but just take a quick look at the one step. Those extra room on the account and that extra profit split, it's very, very, very tempting indeed. Edge 30 is the code that you are going to need. Yeah, and that's it. That's everything we've got for today. So thank you very, very much for joining us. FTUK Futures is in the pipeline. It's not going to be far away. Thanks very much for your company, and we'll see you all next Friday.